Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and thank you for joining me today as I review the new movie Point Break. And for those of you who are old enough to remember the original, yes, this is a remake. There's no Keanu Reeves, and unfortunately there's no Patrick Swayze, but this time around we've got Luke Bracey, who's a cross between Heath Ledger, John Bon Jovi, and Chris Hemsworth, as well as Edgar Ramirez playing the title roles of Johnny Utah and Bodie. Now, Johnny Utah is a character who's going through some turbulent times in his life. He's faced some tragedy, and he's joined the FBI. He joins the FBI at a time when there are these crimes that are being committed around the world, crimes that are being committed by people who it seems are very into extreme sports. Now, of course, the original movie dealt with people who were surfers, but this movie deals with, again, extreme sports athletes. And the next thing you know, he is on the case to try to infiltrate this group and bring them down. Now, the main star of this movie is the director, who is also a cinematographer, a gentleman by the name of Erickson Core. Now, I know that usually I don't come out and talk about the cinematography of a movie, and I don't expect everybody to be saying, oh, gather all the kids around, Keith's talking about cinematography. But this movie was absolutely beautifully shot. Different picturesque scenes around the world. It was just very beautiful to watch this movie. And it's one of two movies that I would say that came out this year that actually utilized 3D properly. The other one being, of course, The Walk. One of the things that I absolutely loved about this movie is just watching the different scenery and the different images, and I thought, this movie is so beautifully made. And then I looked and I realized that the director, Erickson Core, being a cinematographer, he's been the cinematographer of over 18 different movies. And I thought this movie was, again, beautifully well done. The only issue that I had with this movie was perhaps the acting. There were some scenes in the movie where you're looking at it, you're thinking to yourself, it's not the greatest acting. But the action scenes make up for it. Of course, the cinematography makes up for it, and it's a pretty decent story. As we see this idealistic FBI agent being torn between doing the right thing for the FBI, as well as being accepted into this brotherhood of extreme sports athletes. Overall, I thought the movie was pretty decent. I'd give it a B. The problem with this movie is that I don't necessarily know what its longevity is going to be. I don't know if people were getting excited and looking for a Point Break remake, also coupled with the fact that you've got a new Star Wars movie coming out that's going to absolutely dominate the box office. So this is something that could very well get lost in the shuffle. But if you're looking for something different than a galaxy far, far away, I would definitely suggest that you go and check this movie out. Found it very entertaining, and make sure that you do, if you're going to see this movie, you see it in 3D, because otherwise you're selling yourself short. As always, you can reach out to me at CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. I appreciate you taking the time to check this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.